it's Jen, and I'm back again with another video, and this video is going to be a review of Gardein products. They create a lot of meat-like plant-based products, and that is what I got. Publix had a sale, buy one get one free, so I just had to do a video for you guys on ones that I've tried and that I haven't tried, and just a few fun reviews for you guys to sit up here and watch and maybe test out yourself if you're interested in any of these products. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming. It's great to have you here. Please make sure that you go on ahead and subscribe for your girl. And we're going to go on ahead and get started. So we are going to do the chicken scallopini first. This is what we had the first night. And we wanted to do the chicken piccata recipe on the back. For most of these, I did try to stick to the recipes that were on the back of the bag already, just so that if you guys did want to replicate them, you can go on ahead and do so yourself. And what you want to do first is look at them, and this is what they look like fresh out of the bag. First impressions is like, wah, they just look plain, but honestly all of the vegan meat alternatives will give you that first impression. I don't think I've ever been in awe of any vegan processed anything because I'm just expecting for it not to be the real thing, so I don't really get my hopes up in terms of that. So what you want to do first is lightly flour your scallopinis. Then you want to go on ahead and shallow fry them, or just cook them on both sides for about 4 minutes is what I did. And once they were browned on both sides, I removed them from the pan, and I go on ahead and I add my I reduce with my wine to remove any sticking, which this is a non-stick pan, so it didn't matter. I added my capers, I added my butter and my lemon juice, and that is literally it. Season with a little salt and pepper and you are done. So for this, I will give this recipe a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed the chicken scallopini and the chicken piccata recipe that they had on the back. Super simple, super easy. It is authentic. That is how you make chicken piccata regularly. They do give you the option though, if you do not want to reduce with the wine, then you don't have to reduce with the wine. You can use vegetable stock. And it works the exact same way. You don't lose any of the flavor. I actually did not have wine the second time. I drank it all. So I did have to use vegetable stock for the second time that I made this. And it worked out completely fine. So you can alternate them just fine and it will work out. I really enjoyed this. Like, y'all, I haven't had chicken in 6 years, and I haven't had chicken piccata in about 8, and it gave me life. Like, you know how you haven't had something for a while, and I know my vegans can relate. Like, you haven't had it for a while and you get it and you're like, oh boy, like this is all of my life I am getting right now. So that's how I felt when I ate this, and I was very happy. So I think you guys would be too. This is a recommendation from me to you, and if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. Please come back. You can comment down below and tell me why you didn't like it. But I really did. So for the chicken piccata or the chicken scallopini chicken piccata recipe that is on the back of the Gardein bag, I give you guys a 10 out of 10. I thank you all so much for making this product because it has brought me back and it has made me appreciate being a vegan, because I know that you guys can substitute stuff and have it all right and nice and just make me just real happy about it. So thank you guys so much. So the second product we're reviewing is the Golden Fillets fillets, and they are amazing. This gets a 10 out of 10 as well. I absolutely love these things, y'all. This was probably the very first Gardein product that I've ever tried, and it was because I was craving fish one day. Because I think my sister or somebody had gotten a car with a fish fillet sandwich, and I was like, oh Lord, I don't know why I really want one right now. So I went to the grocery store and I found these, and I was like, thank you, there is a God, because I get to not break, you know. So these fish fillets, they can go into the oven straight like that. I think I baked them at 450 degrees. That's what the back of the box says, but you can make sure that I'm right. So for this, you're going to need a tartar sauce to go with your fish fillet. So I'm going to show you guys my little basic tartar sauce recipe. Super simple. It is 1/4 cup of veganese or vegan mayonnaise, any kind that you like to use, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1 tablespoon of what is this stuff called? Relish. 1 tablespoon of relish. You can use sweet relish or dill relish. I like to use dill relish because I really am a huge fan of dill. And then salt and pepper to taste. And you're just going ahead and mix all of that up, and then voila, you have a beautiful tartar sauce to go with the fishless fillets. And you can also reuse this recipe for the crab cakes. Oh, and I also add obey seasoning. I forgot. I love obey seasoning in my tartar sauce, and it gives it like an extra kick. I love it. I absolutely love it. And when they come out of the oven, they are nice and golden brown, and they look super duper beautiful like this. And y'all, I get my life every time. Like, what? I don't know what to tell y'all to convince y'all that this is good, but I'm telling you, 10 out of 10 so far for the products. And peep them air fryer french fries though, like peep them. And if you haven't seen my air fryer french fry video, you need to get on it. And I'm sorry I'm hype, but it's late while I'm doing this voiceover, so this is just what you gonna get from me. So now we're moving on to something that I haven't tried. This is just one that I went on ahead and bought because it was buy one get one free. So this is the beefless strips, and we went on ahead and cooked them on the stove top, and we made the beefless strips and broccoli stir fry. So I wanted to make something on the back of the bag, like I said earlier, just to make sure that it was something simple and easy that everyone else would be able to do in their home. So when you first open up the bag, you get these little square pieces of beef, and then you also, or quote unquote beef, and then you also get like chunks of them. Turns out they are all square pieces of beef, but they are stuck together. So you want to make sure that when you cook them, you go on ahead and separate them, because if you don't, then it'll have like that nasty little floury texture, and you don't want that, because that will turn you off of the product, and I don't think you'll like it very much. So this is what it looks like frying in the pan, and I wanted to share that I think they did a very good job in terms of the texture of their products and the taste. So whatever you think that you're gonna miss, they put in there. Like with beef, I thought I was gonna miss that strippy, like pull apart, the texture, the taste, the flavor, the meatiness. Oh, and this is what I'm talking about right there. You do not want that floury gunk. So like with that piece, I had to go on ahead and flip it over and make sure that I refried that. I'm glad I did a close-up on that. But yeah, so I everything that you would miss in terms of their products, they made sure to incorporate, and I appreciate that. Also, they added the sauces. Like, this is the Gardein products. I was not expecting for everything to kind of just be in the bag, but it was all in the bag. Like, the sauces were in the bag too. but you don't have to use the sauce. Like my friend VJ, hey, shout out to you, VJ. With one of these products that we're going to review, he actually doesn't follow the instructions for the chicken strips, and he like makes his own little fried chicken tenders with them. So you don't have to follow the recipe. You can make it however you like. But for the sake of this video and just for like me just not wanting to think, I went on ahead and I followed the recipes on the back. And we had this with some sweet baby carrots and some jasmine rice, and it was delicious. For this recipe, I will give it a 9 or an 8.5. The reason for that is because of the sticky texture. When they freeze it, I think they should take a little bit more time and make sure that the pieces are separate before they like crowd back them. But that's my only note. Everything else was just, I enjoyed it, and it was very steak-like, almost scary because I haven't had meat in so long. The texture was really, really spot on. Now we're moving into the mini crispy crabless cakes. These are also a staple in the house. Those were the first Gardein products I tried, were the seafood ones, because I was missing seafood so much. These crab cakes are really good, but they're also small, and the serving size that you get is very low. That's one thing that I can say about Gardein products. For what you would get with a normal frozen dinner, you don't get as much for your money when it comes to vegan products in general. So that's just something to keep in mind. They're also pretty small, but it does say mini, so you have to kind of keep that in mind as well. But for these, we kept it simple. We went on ahead and baked them in an oven according to the oven specifications, and put them in the oven. Joe did this recording. Bake them in the oven, and once they come out, flip them halfway through, and then they'll be nice and golden brown on both sides. And for this, I will give this a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10, one being because of the serving size of them, of how much come in a pack. And the other thing, and this is exactly how many come in a pack, guys. We got 5 apiece. I had 5, Joe had 5, and that was it. So in terms of that, you really don't get that much, but you know what? It was yummy, and they're definitely something that I'll get again, and they're great for parties. And check out them air fryer French fries again. So make sure you watch that video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys again in my next video. I hope you have a wonderful week, wonderful month, wonderful year, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Be blessed and stay stress-free. I also wanted to note that if you guys have any questions that were not addressed in this video related to any Gardein products, please leave a comment down below and let me know so that I can address them in part 2 of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.